You're tuned in to Super Talk 1270 and Free for All Friday. Compelling local talk at 11 o'clock. Free for All Friday features groups and organizations that are plugged into progress here in Central North Dakota. Our rotating panel includes members of the Bismarck Downtowners, the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association, and representatives from Pride of Dakota. You're invited to call in and join the discussion. It's Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270.
Well, happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to this Free for All Friday, Pride of Dakota edition. I'm Kelly Wald with the North Dakota Department of Agriculture, and with me in the studio is Dana Hager, who's also from the Department of Agriculture, and our wonderful producer on the board, Jim Walsh. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent, excellent, yeah.
Good. Beautiful weather. See, if you want to listen to the show online or find replays of the podcast, you can visit the website supertalk1270.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/supertalk1270. Well, today I'm super excited. We have this fantastic member with fantastic products, Larry Goffner, who is the co-owner of Lachey Naturals, will be joining us in the studio in just a bit. We'll be chatting with him about his company. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Pride of Dakota, what's going on at the Ag Department. I know we've got a busy couple of months coming up here.
We do.
Absolutely, yeah. And like I said, other shows this year, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pride of Dakota this year, so we're super excited.
I feel like we need to have balloons
and cake
and confetti when we say it's been 30 years for Pride of Dakota. Yes.
Yeah, program is 30 years young. I have been part of that journey for just a very short time, but I feel very honored to work with the members that we have and these great people, these entrepreneurs who really exemplify North Dakota and what it means to be a small business owner.
Right, and members, Pride of Dakota is over 500 members now, 500 members strong.
Going strong, yeah.
Starting with back in the 80s with just 20-some members, and now up to 500. So, yeah, the program is definitely a great thing for small businesses in North Dakota, something that can really help them out. Yes. Kelly, you said you've only been with us for a few years now. Can you tell me what your favorite part of Pride of Dakota is?
My favorite part of Pride of Dakota? That's a loaded question. I love, the program itself. I love what it can do, because really we'll make our assistance with your business about you and what you need help with. It's not just, this is what we offer and take it or leave it. We really want to help people tap into those things that they need and grow and expand. But I really the showcase events are probably my favorite because it's a great time. It's the time of year when we get to see all the members and it's just that Christmas time of year.
And all these North Dakota products under one roof too. So yeah. I can see why that would be an exciting thing for you as well. And you have those events coming up again this year, I assume?
We do, yep. If you want to find out, when the next event is coming to town, if you go to prideofdakota.com, there's actually a calendar of events right there on the homepage on the left-hand side of the screen. And our summer event that we have coming up every year is our annual Pride of Dakota Day at the State Fair. That will be Monday, July 20th. We're under that big festival tent outdoors just kind of across from where the grandstand is. So if you're up in Minot for the State Fair, stop by. We have vendors set up from 11 to 5 that day, so you can come shopping, try some different samples of good things and that kind of stuff. And then we are also doing our annual $1 lunch. We have hot dogs and chips and milk that we get donated from our wonderful Pride of Dakota member companies. $1. We do. It's $1
at the State Fair for lunch.
Not too shabby, right?
That's a pretty good deal, I think.
Yeah, and we partner up with the North Dakota FFA Foundation. Super great, awesome officer team. They come up and they help us for the day. So all of those proceeds get donated directly back to the FFA Foundation. So.
Yeah, way to support the FFA program. Great kids in that program. So.
It is great. And then so we have lunch, shopping, and then at 3 p.m. that day, we're having we're kind of changing things up this year. In the past, we've done a Coogan contest.
Yep.
But we are actually trying to focus on a specific North Dakota ingredient. And since North Dakota is the #1 producer of honey, we thought it would be fun to try out different recipes and things that feature honey.
Excellent.
So we've got some companies lined up to participate.
So no Coogan this year.
No Coogan.
Well, I think
but it'll be really good.
All right, we'll eat honey products instead. Nice and sweet honey products.
It'll
That's
be
awesome.
Great. Yep. So we've got that, and then it's farmers market time of year, right?
It's coming up. Yeah, we have farmers markets opening up here shortly. So
yeah, gardens are going in, and we will have our annual farmers market day at the state capitol. That's coming up Wednesday, August 5th. So there'll be lots of great outdoor vendors. There'll be lunch available. Just a good fun time to come check it
That
out.
event seems to have grown and grown lately. I've been with the department. It hasn't been quite 5 years yet. When I started, we'd have a few vendors out there. And last year, when I went out there, it was booming. We had
packed.
like 20 or over
did.
20 different farmers market vendors. And they're not just local vendors around the Bismarck area. They're coming from as far away as like south of Jamestown and Carrington areas and wanting to come into the town. So
And they all bring like different unique stuff.
Right.
It's not, not everybody with carrots. There's all, jams and breads and meat and dairy products. It's a great variety.
Good stuff. And vegetables that I honestly have never seen before.
Yeah.
How is that possible? I don't know. Well, I guess that's possible. But yeah, you'll walk through and there's some vegetables there. You just have to grab them and try them because I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
So some good stuff going on. That's neat.
Come check it out. And if you're ever looking for other ag department events, we also do have a calendar of events on the ag department website. It's just go to nd.gov/NDDA, and then our upcoming events are always posted right there on the homepage too.
Right. We've got some fun stuff on there for the month of June.
We do.
Yeah.
Which is National Dairy Month.
And I feel like we should be wearing a t-shirt that says that or something, but this month is National Dairy Month. So all month long, we're definitely paying close attention to those people that put milk on our table. Like Kelly mentioned, you can go to our website, nd.gov/NDDA, and we have some great dairy stuff on there, including, this is a really fun little thing, there's a 1-minute video. It's about 1-minute video, and it shows milk. It's going from the farm to the store and to your mouth, essentially, within 48 hours. Just a great little video to really let people see, hey, this is where our food, where our milk comes from. Dairy industry in North Dakota has changed so much. Think about the life of Pride of Dakota. It's been here 30 years. Think about how much the dairy industry has changed in those 30 years.
Hand milking everything to now there's actually robotic dairies that
you don't have to
touch your cow,
right? And we have a couple of those in the state now. Actually, I know there's one over by
Richardson.
Richardson has one. Yep, where this is how it works. The cows go in on their own. They're milked with robots. It's all this computer system. The cows wear this marking system so they know,
they can track
little
the cow.
details about the cow.
If they were sick or even things like that, how much they're drinking and eating and what time they were milked, how much they produced, this.
It's amazing. Like agriculture as a general rule, the technology that goes into play is interesting. And to see that into the dairy industry is just... It's amazing. So all month long, we're going to promote that and help spread that. There's a couple events across the state as well.
Yep.
I believe coming up on June 14th over in Carrington, there's actually a dairy that's going to let you come in and do tours. They're doing a cheeseburger lunch. They're going to have kid activities. They're going to do a little history session, and that's from 11 to 4 p.m. Do you know how to say that?
Vamadoff Dairy.
Okay.
Yep,
Do it again. Say it again.
The Vamadoff Dairy over by
right.
Carrington.
And you can definitely go on and search them. I believe are they on social media and able to check them out?
I believe so, yes.
And so that's something that's coming up. There's also on June 18th, the Dairy Day at Dr. Don's Pet Shop.
Awesome. Well, we are going to take a quick break. Stay put right there. And when we come back after the break, we will have with us Larry Goffner, co-owner of Lachey Naturals.
Right now, 64.
Get the app called Radio Pup for your iPhone and take us everywhere you go. Bismarck and Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to this Free for All Friday, Pride of Dakota edition. I am Kelly Wald, and with me in the studio is Dana Hager. We are from the North Dakota Department of Agriculture. And before the break, we were going over a couple of upcoming events that the Ag Department has going on, and we were specifically talking about Dairy Month, which is June.
We're celebrating all month long for Dairy Month. And so we were just giving a shout out to the North Dakota dairies and just chatted really quickly about how the dairy industry has changed so much. I know when I grew up, everybody head cows that they milked, and there were dairies all over. North Dakota now is currently down to just 91 dairies in the state. So under 100 dairies and 16,000 dairy cows, but the amount of milk that they produce is substantial. We talked quickly about technology and the advances in that. So the dairy industry is definitely still around here, and we're supporting our dairy farmers and getting them going. And with supporting the dairy farmers, if people out there know of a young woman interested in becoming the next North Dakota Dairy Princess, yes, we have
Big
a dairy
honor.
princess
Yes.
in North Dakota. It'd be a huge honor. Our Midwest Dairy is currently accepting applications for the 68th candidates, and the eligibility rules, it has to be a young woman from 18 to 23 years old. She has to have either a strong interest in or affiliation with the dairy industry. There's an opportunity to go online and apply. Candidates may also receive up to a $500 scholarship.
That's great.
That's a great thing. So you have till, I believe, June 15th is the deadline, Monday, June 15th. So if you know somebody out there, a young woman who'd be a great candidate for that, get them online. Look for the Midwest Dairy Association North Dakota Dairy Princess Contest. So
Yeah, it's a fun summer for the candidate too. I think they get to go around to a couple different events and meet the public and promote where their background and where they came from and what dairy does in our state. So.
Absolutely. So get out there and join in.
Super
We
cool.
also wanted to touch base before we get to our Pride Dakota guest about our Project Safe Send program that we have coming up. Kelly, you want to just give a little background on that?
Absolutely. So Project Safe Send is basically a legal way for
I love
farmers,
that you just
ranchers,
said legal.
and other individuals
Yeah.
who deal with pesticides to dispose of unused, currently, things that might be illegal, unwanted extra pesticides that you have sitting around. So they do it kind of the last half of July. It kicks off July 14th in Ellendale, and then it wraps up July 31st in Wyndmere. And that information is all available. The dates and locations, times, that kind of stuff is all available on the Department of Ag website. There are a couple of different types of materials they won't accept, so you want to make sure that you don't show up with those hoping to dispose of them because they can't take that kind of
Sure.
those products like fertilizers and surfactants, things like that, which is also posted on the website. And then I believe that they have like a maximum of 20,000 pounds per person they can take.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no pre-registration required unless you're planning on bringing more than 1,000 pounds, so they can plan for that. So if you have questions about that, or if you need more information, you can go to the North Dakota Department of Agriculture website, which is nd.gov/NDDA, or you can give us a call and talk to somebody in our pesticide division at 701-328-2231.
Yeah, I know that's going to impact a lot of people. Everyone has stuff laying around, so
Yeah.
check. It goes statewide, so they cover the entire state of North Dakota. See when it's in your area and get over there to dispose of those unwanted and unused pesticides.
Yes, and I don't know if I mentioned, but it's a free service, so please take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Good deal.
Awesome. Well, so our long-awaited guest here, we are getting to Larry Goffner, who is the co-owner of Lachey Naturals based out of Fargo. How are you doing today, Larry?
Very well. Thank you for inviting me today.
Good. We're so glad you're able to take a few minutes and join us in the studio today.
And Larry, you and your wife are co-owners of this, so I know we get to work with both of you regularly. You've been a big part of Pride of Dakota over the years.
Yes, we've been, I believe, members since 2008.
Yeah, and very active members too. They're, you always see them at the showcases and things like that, and I know you guys have really expanded your business. I mean, you can get your products definitely in multiple states, so that's really been exciting to watch you guys grow and expand. So Larry, do you want to kind of take a couple minutes and give us like the background on your company, how and when, and kind of what led to you getting started as a business?
Sure. We actually started about 2001. At that time, we were called Fargo Imports. We were importing essential oils from Spain and from Canada and selling them at shows. And since we just enjoyed the essential oils, we were using them for our own family use. I had a major back injury, so I needed to find something more natural for my muscle aches and pains. And we have a number of family members that had arthritis conditions and things that we started sharing our products with them, and they really enjoyed it. They really found it to be very helpful for them.
So the start for your business kind of grew out of your own special needs and interests in this particular
Absolutely.
avenue.
Yes.
That's awesome. And so it's you and Sheila. Do you guys have any other employees, or do you like hire out any portion of your business, or is it all done in house by you guys?
We are pretty much just Sheila and I, and then we do have a family member that does help us occasionally. She's very, very helpful. But we basically have a facility in West Fargo that we bottle our products. We have a computerized bottling system that allows us to bottle 6 bottles at a time. So it gives us the opportunity to produce them very quickly.
Good. And so you said you started as Fargo Imports, and now you're Lachey Naturals is the name of your company. And
Correct,
those of you who aren't familiar, it's capital L-A and then capital S-H-E. Interesting how you came up with the name Lachey. Can you tell us where that comes from?
Well, Sheila was thinking very hard about a good name for our company.
Sure, yep.
The Fargo Imports implied that we were importing our products, but in 2008 we started blending and bottling our own products and basically purchasing the raw ingredients domestically. So we decided we need to change our name since we were no longer importing products. Mm-hmm. And she decided that Lachey would be a combination of Larry and Sheila.
I had to bring that up because I don't know how long it took until I think one of you had to tell me that that's where your name came from.
Yeah.
So
That is brand new information. I never even would have guessed it.
So that is excellent. So tell us a little bit about how you went into, in 2008, you said you made that switch from importing into kind of bottling and coming up with your own stuff. Can you tell us just a little bit about that process and how that went for you guys?
Well, it was sort of forced upon us because in 2008, the economic conditions were such that it was made more difficult, and with the devaluation of the dollar, working with other countries, it was very difficult to send them money and then receive product, and then the customs, were really cracking down on imports, and sometimes we would receive half a pallet instead of the whole pallet that we'd ordered because the customs had split it up trying to see if there was any contraband in it. But we decided that the demand that we had for our products was so great we had to start making our own to really rely on the quality and availability of the products.
So how'd you go about that? Was that it had to have been a huge learning process for you guys?
Well, in the 7 years that we were selling and importing essential oils, we were studying and working with people and learning about how essential oils can help people.
Sure.
Essential oils have been used for medicines for since the beginning of time. Adam and Eve were placed in the Garden of Eden to be in charge of the garden because it gave them all the food and medicine that they needed. Mm-hmm. And if you go back to that, when you're sick and you have the ailments that we have nowadays, of course, with arthritis conditions and such, it's amazing when you go back to the all natural products, how that can be so helpful. Mm-hmm. Your body accepts it as a natural product. There's very little side effects there, and so you don't have those other issues to deal with.
So do either you or Sheila have any sort of chemistry or science background, or did you really just from research and learning you were able to kind of figure out what different ingredients work together and then work with the the ratios of stuff to really get it working where you need it to go?
Originally, when I was hurt on the job, I was a firefighter for the city of Fargo. And I had to go back to school after that because I couldn't fight fire anymore. So I went to school for civil engineering technology. And in that process, I learned about water treatment plants and solid waste and wastewater treatment facilities. So I learned a lot about chemistry and those other issues and calculations and such, mathematics particularly. So I used that ability to blend these products.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that's such an interesting background, and what a change you guys have made in your lives to get to the point that you are with Lachey Naturals. That's exciting.
So
and it's been very fun. We enjoy it so much. It's when you enjoy what you're doing, it's not so much work.
And I have to say, there's probably this whole helping people because you must get people that come in and oh, I need more of this because I've tried everything under the sun and this is actually what helps me. I mean, that's got to be a good reason why you guys keep doing this.
And that's why we do shows. We just did the Detroit Lakes Street Fair last weekend, and you talk to people, and they tell you their story. It's just amazing, the information and what they tell you about. It's just how it's working for them.
Yeah. And side story, I was actually chatting with a gal about a week ago that I know, and she has these like debilitating migraines, like several days throughout the month, and she had mentioned, not knowing that I work with the Pride of Dakota program, that her mom one time had picked up this aromatherapy stuff at a Pride of Dakota show in Fargo, and that seems to be the only thing that kind of gives her a little bit of relief until she could get the medication that she needs. And I said, oh, is it in a little white bottle with a blue label on it? And she said, yeah. I said, oh, it's Lachey Naturals. And she goes, that sounds right. And I was like, well, you know what? It's a pretty great product. So they do work.
What a great testament. Good story.
Yeah. Awesome. So, Larry, we are going to just take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the different product line items that you guys offer and go from there. Hang tight.
Right Now 64.
Sean Hannity, weekdays at 2, only on Super Talk 1270.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to this Free for All Friday Pride of Dakota edition. I am Kelly Wald, and with me in the studio is Dana Hager.
Hello.
We're from the North Dakota Department of Agriculture, and we have the wonderful, lucky job, I guess, of working with the Pride of Dakota program and these awesome people we get to call members. So, joining us in the studio today is Pride of Dakota member Larry Goffner, who is co-owner of a wonderful company known by the name of Lachey Naturals. And if you're listening to us talking, you're wondering a little bit more about these products, you can actually, if you're by a computer, hop online and check them out at lacheynaturals.com. It's LASHE naturals.com, and I believe they use a number of different social media channels, so you can find them on Facebook and Twitter and all those kinds of things.
Yeah, we were just kind of chuckling to ourselves during the break that we were talking about this, the pain relief, the muscle relief, that Dakota Muscle Relief that they provide, and I'd made a mention of I haven't rode horse in a while. And maybe I need to pick up a bottle because I don't have any. And so we were just going to chat a little bit about, I know you have a couple different types. You have a roll-on type and a spray type. Reason I didn't even know they had the roll-on, I was on your website kind of digging around looking for some information on you, and I'm just going to read a couple things from a testimonial on there. A lady has on the website saying, oh, we were introduced to this product because they were at a wedding. Must have been a fun wedding because they were doing a lot of walking, a lot of dancing, not their usual activities. And this is coming from a 60-year-old saying they had some muscle pain, her and her husband. So on the drive home, they had about a 4-hour drive home, they swung into a general store, and the guy behind the counter said, you need some of this Dakota Muscle Relief. It's a roll-on. So they went out to their car, and in her testimonial, she says, we were wearing shorts and T-shirts, so they rolled it all over like their legs and their arms and everything, and they had instant relief from it. So they went home, jumped on the website, and ordered multiple roll-ons. So kind of a great thing when you have, maybe you're a weekend warrior and you just go a little bit too crazy this weekend, you maybe need to find some roll-on Dakota Muscle Relief. So Larry, can you tell us a little bit more about this? You do have it in a spray, you also have it in a roll-on. What are the different types of things that people use it for? What are some options for people?
Yeah, we have the 8-ounce roll-on, which is our most popular product. And we have the 2-ounce, because you can take the 2-ounce on an airplane with you when you travel. It's excellent for those vacation trips.
Sure.
Perfect.
And yeah, it's a great product. And our customers actually were the ones that really demanded something in a roll-on, because those people with low back issues, when you try to spray it on, it's very difficult to spray a bottle when you hold it upside down to spray your low back, or around your knees or feet too.
Unless
I can't reach back there.
It doesn't work very well.
That's a great idea. I wouldn't have. That's perfect idea for a roll-on. Yes.
Yeah. Can you kind of? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it just has a natural thickener added to it, so when you turn it upside down, it doesn't drip.
Sure.
Well, can you tell us a little bit more about the Dakota Muscle Relief products? Kind of like
Sure.
what people really use them for, what kind of ingredients are in them, without giving away any trade secrets, obviously. But like what really makes them work, and what differentiates them from other types of pain relief products?
We're actually very proud of the contents and the ingredients of our Dakota Muscle Relief because it's all natural. It's eucalyptus, menthol, peppermint, camphor, clove with emu oil. The emu oil blends with the essential oils and makes it transdermal to get down into the muscle, right down to the bone. So when people have arthritis conditions, usually the pain is associated with not enough blood supply to the nerves. With inflammation and swelling that you have associated with arthritis, the nerves just start sending the message to your brain that they need more blood, and they use that message is called pain. So your body then sends the more blood to that area, but it can't get there because this inflammation and swelling is still there. So our product actually helps reduce the inflammation and swelling, allows the blood circulation to come in, and everything just settles down. Your nerves say, okay, I'm fine now. I can stop sending that message.
And it smells wonderful too. It has this very like relaxing, calming scent to it. So you guys also have like an aromatherapy stress relief kit.
Yes, we do.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's involved in that kit?
Well, we're dealing with all essential oils. The essential oils are the extracts of the actual plant. And we found through our experimenting is that rosemary helps to relieve that achiness. And actually, when you have a headache or a tightness or that pain in your head, it's actually a muscle spasm that's actually created. And the peppermint we have in our spray, you spray your neck and shoulders, and that starts the circulation method externally. And with aromatherapy of rosemary, it actually, you breathe it in, and it releases that tension in the brain.
Boy, that's neat. Go ahead.
Just a matter of a few minutes, you can get relief.
I'm reading your what you have on your website about your aromatherapy kit, and I think I need to get some, kind of what you just said, like at the first signs of stress, you spray it in your neck, shoulders, and then even taking this rosemary oil and taking 4 deep breaths and waiting, and I could see where that would be very beneficial at your work environment when you feel that anxiety building. And if you have this natural product as a combination with some breathing, I could definitely see the benefits of that. Is this a pretty good seller for you guys, Larry?
Oh, yes. People that work on computers all day, which is a large majority of our people now, are all computer related. And the tension just builds as you keyboard. I call it the keyboard kink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just recently heard Dr. Oz refer to it as the tech neck.
I think I've got a little of that.
I
going
do
on.
too.
Oh, yes. Everybody that works in that environment, that type of equipment, they have that constant, repetitious, that creates a tension in your neck and shoulders. And it's very helpful for that.
Good. Well, helpful for the person. Seriously, what a great gift to give somebody. If you have a friend or a loved one or maybe a coworker that, is troubled by some of these ailments, what a great all-natural product to send them as a gift, this aromatherapy kit that you sell.
Right.
I could see the great benefits in that. And pretty reasonable price points, too. For all your products, where are you about with your price points?
Well, our large 8-ounce retails for $24.95, and the 2-ounce is $9.75, and the roll-on's $14.60. The aromatherapy kit is $18.30. So with that aromatherapy kit, you get the 2-ounce bottle, a pouch to put it in, and a rosemary oil that's already pre-blended with canola oil, so it's ready to use.
Oh.
You can actually leave it open on your desk while you're working, and the aromatherapy is sufficient to help stabilize that.
That's awesome.
That muscle spasm.
So with the the Dakota Muscle Relief that comes with that, then the spray version of it, do you have to, like when you apply it, do you just spray it on, or do you have to do any sort of like massaging or like rubbing to get it?
We recommend that you just let it soak in,
Okay.
because it does penetrate deeper and deeper as you let it do its own work. Let the product do the work. We do have a number of massage therapists and chiropractors who use it in their practice, And in those cases where somebody has a major muscle spasm going on, they'll layer it on, and then they'll massage it in, then put another layer on, and that's very effective for those serious muscle spasms.
That's interesting. So have you noticed if there's like a time of day when it's best to use it? Like, is it best to use it as you're like, you know, if you did something and you are causing pain, like to use it immediately, or is it better to like use it in the evening before you go to bed so it can kind of be on you when you're not moving around, or is it like after a shower when your pores are open, or really just kind of any time of day whenever you need it, it works well?
We find that it works wonderful for the nighttime. We have the people that have arthritis conditions that at night they can't sleep. They'll get up every 2 hours and take an aspirin, and pretty soon you've got a stomach upset.
Right.
With our product, it gives them 4 to 6 hours of pain relief, so you can actually get a good night's sleep without that pain. And when you wake up in the morning, if you do take it after a shower when your pores are open, it's excellent for that. And it's good for people of any age. A lot of young children with growing pains, they love it because they don't have that achy muscle pain with the growing pains.
Boy, what a great idea. And, you know, with kids, that's something you really want to be careful what you're putting on them, too. And if you're... Absolutely. A lot of times, like, I have children now with that, and it's kind of like, oh, sorry, sweetie.
Suck it up, honey.
You just suck it up. Mommy can't do anything for you. But this is what a great option for something like that.
Well, even chest cold and congestion, it has eucalyptus and menthol. We say that, you know, back when I was a child, I'm 64 years old, we used to use Vicks on our chest all the time.
Yes.
This is like Vicks without the grease.
Oh, that is the one part. That is like the worst about it, too. That's neat. I remember my mom, too, like when my kids are sick, too, she wants me to put it on the bottom of my baby's feet. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's a great option. And this doesn't have it's not oily, or is there?
Not at all. In fact, the emu oil is very soothing to the skin. It's like very silky smooth. And we do have a number of people that have put it on their feet. And I even use it on my own feet. I get cold feet in the wintertime. If I go out, I get home at night and I blow snow, my feet are frozen. I get in, and before I go to bed at night, I give it a couple of shots, and it's a nice heating, cooling action.
Sure.
It warms up my feet all night, and I just sleep so well.
Sure, I suppose get your blood flowing. And
sure.
Kelly and I were just talking about feet earlier, so that's only appropriate that we bring this up during here. Wow, I am feeling like I need to go home and like reinvent my routine.
Right?
Yeah, around this kind of stuff.
It's like
well,
one of
women,
those...
ladies love our product for their menstrual cramps.
Oh.
It brings back the circulation and stops that pain.
Oh, interesting.
This sounds like one of those like household items that is a must-have for anybody of any age with any number of roommates or
ailments,
spouse, husbands, kids.
Isn't it Windex? They say whatever you need, spray Windex on
Windex.
it.
Wherever you hurt, use the Dakota Muscle Relief.
All right.
Well, say Larry, we are just going to take a quick break. Those of you listening, stay tight, and we will be back in just a few minutes with Larry Goffner, owner of Lachey Naturals.
Right now, 70.
Our own radio station. Not Fargo, not the Twin Cities. Proud to be Bismarck and Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
Well, hello again. I'm Kelly Wald. With me in the studio here is Dana Hager. We are with the Department of Agriculture, and you are listening to this Free for All Friday Pride of Dakota edition. And in the studio with us today is Pride of Dakota member Larry Goffner, who is co-owner of Lachey Naturals, an awesome company who provides all-natural, different kinds of relief for pain and stress and things like that. So before we stepped out, we were talking about your guys' product line, and I know that you have another product that we haven't mentioned yet that is probably favorite of all mothers who have teenage sons and things like that.
Or just really smelly husbands.
Yes. Could you tell us a little bit about your smelly shoe spray product, Larry?
Sure. Smelly shoe spray. Sheila actually came up with that because she had a pair of very nice, very expensive sandals that she had that she found that there was an aroma to them by the end of the summer. And so she packed them away for the winter, thinking that would probably take care of itself in the spring. And she brought them out again in the spring, and they still had a smell to them. So she said, I can't throw them away. I've got to find something that would help with that smell. So she created this smelly shoe spray. It's all natural. It's got essential oils in it, and you just spray it on, and it just stops that bacterial growth, and it takes the aroma away from them.
I love how you say it so nicely, the aroma. Not that they're like shoes
These are
that
the
reek.
stinkiest shoes I've ever smelled in my life. Well, and what a problem that so many people have. I know myself, when you get a pair of shoes that just, that smell, you just end up throwing them away. And I imagine, too, there's all those sporting groups that have those infamous smells, like everyone knows, the hockey players.
I learned very quickly you don't put your leather dance shoes that you wear barefooted sweating in the same bag as your uniform.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, that has to be great for your sandals and boots, but athletic equipment and things, that has to be a big seller for this product, or buyer for this product.
Yes, it's getting more popular. We've only had it for a couple of years, and we have it in a very few stores as compared to our other products. But it's really starting to take off, and people love it. It started out, people were buying it as a gag gift for Christmas stocking stuffers. And they'd come back at the next part of Dakota show we did a year later, and they said, "Oh, everybody loved it last year. We want some more."
Oh, funny. And you can spray this on any item, right? It's not going to leave any residue or marks, and
Nope. It's anything that has an aroma that you can't throw in the wash machine, you can spray it, and it'll take care of that aroma. We have people that are highway patrolmen, police officers that have bulletproof vests. You can wash the liners, but you can't wash the vest itself. So you can spray that on, and that'll take care of that aroma that gets deep into that vest.
So is it meant to be used as an ongoing, you spray it every day, or do you wait until it gets really smelly and then spray it, or what's the best way to use the product?
They start out using it a couple of times a week, but as time goes on, it actually builds up a protection.
Oh.
So it's very, very good for those football gear, hockey gear, gym bags especially. You can even spray your mattress pad between washings because it gives a nice peppermint aroma to the air, and it just is very, very clean.
Sure. I suppose even like pet beds. I know even my dogs, I can wash them, and they still
smell like dog.
So maybe something like that I could use it on.
Yes, absolutely.
And what's your price point on that?
$12.95 for a 4-ounce bottle. The 4-ounce bottle like that, we actually designed that for hockey teams. In fact, there are some hockey teams that are using it in their locker rooms, just sprayed in their lockers. Because you cannot get that smell out. No matter, even the commercial cleansers don't do a very good job for getting that smell out of the
Good
locker.
little human sweat.
I'm sure hockey players know that we're talking about them this way, so we don't have to feel bad about it. But yes, I could see hockey moms when you're out there, and players who are a little embarrassed by that. Check out this smelly shoe spray from Lachey Naturals and see if that'll do the trick for you and help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So Larry, I know you guys you sell actually nationally, but can you tell us, kind of how locally at least people can get your product? Do you sell online? Do you sell in retail stores? Do you direct sell out of your business location?
We have two websites, actually, our regular website, and we also have Amazon.com available there, too. But because of our connection with Pride of Dakota, we were able to make a connection with a drug distribution company that approached us and asked us if we would want to have their company distribute our products.
Oh.
We said, and we met with them. We said, sure, you bet. So we have our products available across 10 states in pharmacies.
Wow.
They're independent pharmacies.
Sure.
The large big box stores, we do work with them on an individual basis. We love working with them, but we do have the warehouse distribution through the independent pharmacies. So anybody that has an independent pharmacy in their town, it's in their catalog. All they got to do is order it.
Boy, that had to have been a great bump for your business.
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
And do you guys, as from the business side of things, I assume that you take on that role as well, working on wholesaling your product. Has that been a fun part of your business for you?
It really is, because we started out just selling one at a time, and when people started needing more and had that opportunity to work with them with the stores, it's been wonderful.
And how about your e-commerce online? If you're just listening, LacheyNaturals.com is where you can go online and check out the the Dakota Muscle Relief, roll-on or spray, also the smelly shoe spray that we've been talking about with Lachey Naturals, and their aromatherapy kit that, would, like we said, would be great for the people sitting at their desk all day or a nice gift for somebody. Do you see a lot of traffic on your website?
We do, and it goes to Hawaii, it goes to Alaska. We pretty much stay with the continental United States, too. But, yeah, it's been great. We have our products in a number of gift shops, the hospital gift shops. It's excellent there. The nurses love it because they're on their feet all day. They have muscle aches and pains. Any place, in our tourist areas, we do work with a lot of resorts from all around the country. People that are traveling have muscle aches and pains. They love our products. We call it the vacation savers.
Well, it's true, because when you go on vacation, you're doing something that you don't normally do. You're pushing yourself a little bit harder. You're maybe making some poor choices. So, yeah, I could see tapping into that market. And the vacation saver, you could really maybe potentially be an opportunity to keep going and experiencing adventure, or taking another hike, or whatever the case may be, to help you enjoy your vacation a little bit more. So, what a great idea for people. Pack that away on your next trip when you go someplace.
Yes.
So, Larry, you had mentioned, that you're through the Pride of Dakota program that kind of helped you get that connection with the distributor, and it's helped help grow your business and take it to the next level. Can you kind of just tell us a little bit about, like, specifically as Lachey Naturals, what you have seen the Pride of Dakota program do for your company, and how you have used different opportunities that it offers?
The Pride of Dakota group, all the members, it's a bit like being a member of a team. And when you come into one of the shows or one of the gatherings, it's like a family. You're part of the team, and you're supported. Otherwise, you're out there just doing your own thing. You don't know, should I do this or should I do that? You can talk to other people that have been there and done that. I've had excellent information, working with Dan Hoffman, for example, from Sunbutter. He's met with us a couple times, and we would come and have lunch with him, and he'd spend a couple hours just telling us what his experiences were in these areas, and it's all related to Pride of Dakota. And the classes that we've been to and the seminars we've been to, it's been wonderful.
Good. Well, it's nice to hear that. I know we say the same thing about wanting to have this family atmosphere. And, our Pride Dakota members, we said we have over 500. And while they're all very different, everything from Lachey Naturals, you mentioned Sunbutter, that's our fabulous North Dakota company that makes a peanut butter type of product. Using sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
But everybody has similar issues, similar problems, and being able to network and really run ideas by people, I can definitely see why you think that's one of the better parts of Pride Dakota, because as people working for Pride Dakota, that's what we really want people to take from the program as well.
Yeah. So, Larry, just real quickly, I just want to make sure, in case anybody has a question or they want to find your stuff, we had mentioned the website, which is lacheynaturals.com, but do you have like a phone number and email address you could share with our listeners in case they're, wanting to get in touch with you?
What if you could make
purchase your products?
Yes, our email address is admin, ADMIN, at lacheynaturals.com. That's LASHE, naturals, NATURALS.com. And we'd be glad to help them and work with them, especially if they have a store in their location that would love to have our products. We will contact that store and work with them. Love to do that. My cell phone number is 701-799-0025. And I'd love to hear from them.
Can you give us that phone number one more time in case people are just grabbing a pen and pencil?
Sure. It's 701-799-0025.
Perfect. Well, say everyone, we just have a couple seconds here before we have to step out of the studio. But Larry, thank you so much for joining us. It has been absolutely wonderful to have you on the show and learn more about your products and what Lachey Naturals can really do for the viewing audience, or the listening audience, I should say. Thanks again for joining us on Super Talk 1270. If you're looking for updates from the Department of Agriculture or the Pride of Dakota program, you can check out our websites, which are prideofdakota.com, or the North Dakota Department of Agriculture website, which is nd.gov/NDDA. There's events on there of all the different programs and opportunities that the department offers, and then also calendars of events. So if you have something come in your area, hop online and check it out. Thanks for joining us.